Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV, and today we're going to be unboxing Apple's newest Apple TV, and this is the second generation Apple TV 4K featuring the new Siri Remote. Let's get started. Alright, so for those of you who like the box walk around, welcome to it here. On the front, we have the Apple TV, we have the new Siri Remote. The sides, nothing on the two sides. Up top, we do have TV 4K, and then at the bottom, we've got some information regarding the version you purchased. This is the 4K HDR 32GB model. You can, however, purchase a version of up to 64GB of memory. On the back, we do have a little rundown of some features. So App Store, AirPlay, HomePod connectivity, and then AirPods or AirPods Pro. Now, I'm going to be showing you how to use this thing completely as we go through my video series. So definitely subscribe to the channel for that. And also, there's a link in the description to the full playlist. I didn't know that we were going to be unboxing this with a knife because I thought they had pull tabs now. But it looks like we're going to use this little plastic thing here. Pierce it a little bit. Ooh, nice opening. All right, so the Apple TV up top right here, really nice. Very similar to the previous generation. I'll actually show you a little bit of how that has changed from the one I have already. Got the Siri Remote, which was much needed. The previous generation had the trackpad. It's nice to see that Apple kind of went back to the old style with the kind of tactical feedback buttons here on the top. It actually reminds me of I think it was an iPod Nano, I believe. Inside the box, you do get the basics. So you're gonna get your basic quick start guide, how to use a remote and things like that, how to set it up, some warranty information, and then some Apple stickers in white as well. You get a lightning cable, which is, I'm assuming, to charge the Siri Remote. So that's nice that they included the cable. No power brick, it doesn't look like it has that, but you do have your power plug for the actual Apple TV, so you can plug that in and get powered up. So this is everything Apple includes in the box. Unfortunately, you don't get an HDMI cable, but there is a link in the description. If you don't have one, they don't have to be expensive. I put the cheapest one with the best quality I could find from Amazon. Or if you have any laying around your house, you can just use those to plug this up to the TV. Now, taking a look at the actual hardware of the new Apple TV second generation 4K model, you'll notice that it has a matte finish up top with the glossy logo with the TV icon in the middle, and on the sides it's glossy as well, so you will see the fingerprints there. On the bottom side, it's back to the matte finish, and it's actually sticking out just a bit and has some holes here to allow some venting for the actual hardware. Now, as for ports and connectivity, on the back side, that's where everything is located, and it is pretty standard. You have a Ethernet port for connectivity from wired internet access. You have your HDMI port here. Again, the cable is not included, and you do have your power port for powering the device itself. Now, taking a closer look at the new Siri Remote, I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing at first glance here. We're back to tactical buttons for the most part, which is very familiar if you've had the older generation Apple TVs. Back to the silver color, which I think looks pretty nice as well. Pretty simple design. The buttons are easy to use and navigate with. On the top right, we have the power button to power on, wake, or put your Apple TV to sleep. You have your click pad in the middle, and that's going to give you tactical up, down, left, and right motions. In the middle, you have your select button, but it also has swipe capabilities to navigate through the Apple TV as well. The back button, pretty simple. The TV button, which is going to allow you to quickly open the Apple TV app, or you can hold it to access the control center. You have pause, play, up, down volume buttons, and a mute button, which is nice. On the bottom, that's the charging port here. And lastly, but certainly not least, is the new Siri button on the right side to access Siri and utilize Siri features with your Apple TV. A quick side-by-side comparison, you'll notice that the actual hardware systems look very similar, but the remotes are where things have completely changed. So on the right side, we have the previous generation Apple TV model. This one wasn't the 4K, but pretty similar to the 4K model. You'll see we had that touchpad design, which was hit and miss for popularity and usability for people. So personally, I didn't have any issues with the older model. I did prefer the tactical buttons, but that's the difference here. You can see exactly how they look and how they've changed. The bottom side, we do have venting now for the Apple TV rather than just a simple clean close on the bottom of the previous generation. In terms of thickness, they seem to be very similar, almost identical in size. There is very little that you can see, if any, of a difference in height. They feel the same, but obviously the newer one is going to be the better performer with the better specs and features that have been added to it. Now, if you're still trying to decide if you should purchase the new Apple TV or stick with your old one, there's a few things to consider. Obviously, the remote being completely different here. So if you hated this touchpad style remote, you can grab the new one, take advantage of the tactical buttons. The new Apple TV also can push out 4K video at 60 frames per second with HDR. The older model maxed out at 30 frames per second. With that being said, a lot of content these days still is pushed out at 30 frames per second. So keep that in mind depending on what kind of videos or movies, TV shows you watch. And a feature that I thought was only going to be built into the new Apple TV, which took advantage of your iPhone. Basically, what it does is use the color sensor on your iPhone with the Apple TV to calibrate it and improve your TV picture. So it looks like Apple is pushing that out to the old model as well. So that's another reason why I would pretty much say that this upgrade isn't worth doing unless there's a very specific reason that I mentioned, or even that you've looked through in more detail to purchase the new one. Other than that, I've got tons of content coming up on the new Apple TV second generation 4K model. I'll be showing you everything from the basics to the tips, tricks, and more advanced features with full tutorials. So there'll be a link in the description to the full playlist with all the videos. As I create them, I'll be adding them there. If you have any questions regarding this, or if you'd like to suggest a tutorial, let me know in the comment box below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification box to be notified when I post these new Apple TV videos. And as always, I will see you in the next one.